Yeah, good morning, everyone. This is me, your brother, your friend, Imani Steven, right here this morning again. It will be a very quick one, as you all know, because of time factor here in God's own country, Nigeria. I want to welcome every one of you to this segment this morning as we look into the activities happening in our dear nation called Nigeria. Guys, as you have known, it has been a very terrible situation here in this country. It has been a very terrible situation here in this country in the last few days as a result of the happenings that have been going around this nation. Now, I want to quote one of our favorite politicians, Shehu Sani of Kaduna State. He said, and I quote, said the enemies that the hunters created have begun to hunt the hunters. The enemies that the hunter created has begun to hunt the hunters. End of quote. Now, when I saw that paraphrase that he gave, and he gave an example of a legislator who is from Kaduna State, who had a very big mansion, a swimming pool, and all sorts of words. But because he had escaped being kidnapped twice, he ran away and rented a 2-bedroom flat at the center of the city in Kaduna State, where he's now living sharing garage with his co-tenants. That's how bad Kaduna State is right now. And you all know there was a video that trended this week, which also I think I did the video on it. That was on Monday, where the Abuja Kaduna train kidnapped victims were being flogged. And at the end of the day, they spoke and they said they are coming for the president of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, and the governor of Kaduna State, Malam Nasari El-Rufai. They're going to kidnap them. They're going to bring them to their place where they are there, to actually teach them a bitter lesson. Now, you also remember this guy, Senator Marafa, the one from Benue State or there about Plateau that died mysteriously, the former, CBN director. Okay, you guys remember him, who gave a vivid, narration of what happened in 2014, 2015, be brought to the election, which have, in many occasions, actually, enumerated or narrated in this place. Do not forget, immediately after the election in 2015, Nasser El-Rufai on Chinese television said he went to Mali to pay a huge amount of money to his Fulani brothers to stop them from killing these people. I think you are aware of that. He went to Mali with huge amount of money as a ransom to beg his Fulani brothers from killing his people. Like I always said, there is a guy now called Tango. I think I also did that video in 2020, early 2020, and I think 2020, yeah. There was a guy called Tango who was kidnapped at Eho in Edo State here, who came out with a message from the kidnappers who were of the Fulani extraction, that they are not here to play, rather they are here for a mission. One of their mission is to Fulanize this nation, then Islamize the nation, just like their great-grandfather Usman Danfodio did. And in that very particular, narration from Tango, he also said that if you like, kidnap, arrest them and take them to the police station, that President Muhammadu Buhari and many other big wigs who are actually behind them will set them free even before you know it. A few days ago, there was also another kidnapper, or a bandit, as it's being called, in Zamfara State, who gave a vivid narrative that the government, the politicians, the big wigs in the north are benefiting from the tourism that is happening in Nigeria. Now, when Sani used the word the enemy created by the hunters had begun to hunt the hunters. That is a very, very strong idiomatic expression. Who are the hunters that created the enemies? Who are the hunters that created the enemies? That is not hunting the hunters. And when he made that idiom, he put a story behind it. He made a statement behind it. Underneath it, he made a quote of how an honorable ran away from Kaduna in his hometown and go and rent a two-bedroom flat at the center of the city. He also said he's going to sell his farm along the Kaduna road for a very considerable amount. That shows Shehu Sani is telling you and I that Kaduna State is no more safe. That Nigeria is no more safe. Day before yesterday, the special guide at the presidential villa were ambushed by terrorists. Guys, listen. Now, this special brigade guard are specially trained to protect and safeguard the president and the entire environment. These same people who has the capability to protect the president were ambushed, and 3 of those military men were killed in the process. And someone is going to tell me that Nigeria is safe. They made a threat on a video they sent during the week. Now, in less than 2 days of their threat of kidnapping the president, they attacked Abuja. That is a bad signal. That is a very, very bad signal, guys. We are getting closer to the Afghanistan and the Taliban narratives in Nigeria. The Islamization agenda of this nation is becoming clearer by the day, guys. This whole agenda started since 1985. When the then military president, President Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, enrolled Nigeria as part of these Islamic nations in the world, without the consent of the Nigerian people, knowing fully well that Nigeria is a secular state, it's a multi-religious nation. They've covered all this for a while. It was a grand process. Don't forget, Turkey was one Christian-dominated nation. Don't forget, Syria was once Christian-dominated nation. Don't forget, Jordan was once Christian-dominated nation, where Christianity has lasted for hundreds of years. But because of the lackadaisical attitude of the Christian that it is not possible, they gradually uprooted Christianity. That today, Christianity in this nation is not even up to 4% of the total population. Now, the concept of Islamism, according to the concept of Usman Danfodio, when it came to northern Nigeria, is a very well articulated smooth operation. That beckons on the pretense that they are coming to save the people from corruption, ethnic bigotry, and many other social devices. Now, the agenda is to make sure that for the colonization to have the roots, first and foremost, they have to convert the people into Islam. Abdullah said yesterday, and I quote, for an Igbo man to become president of Nigeria, the Igbo nation had to first of all accept Islam, worship Allah before they, the northern Muslim, can trust them with power. Now, this is the plan. The colonization is impossible without religious coloration. The colonization agenda is impossible without religious coloration. The only way we can be able to sell the idea is to colorate it with what is tagged the Fulanis, which is practically Islam. That was what Usman Danfodio did in the northern Nigeria when he came. He had an agenda of colonizing the north, but the first thing he had to do is to come with a concept of religion. He based his attack on the people based on the religion. At the time, he had been able to have a foothold on the northern Nigeria. He created the jihad war against the Hausa populace. Now, the same concept is what is playing again before our very eyes. Let no one deceive you guys. These missionaries were brought in 2014, 2015, according to Malafa. The purpose is to destabilize the Nigerian state. If a Southerner who is a Christian wins the election. But thank God for who Goodluck Jonathan was. He quietly rendered. He became submissive and handed over power to them at will. The enemy created by the hunters have not begun or begin to hunt the hunters themselves. They've turned into the menace that we have today. Do not also forget, between 1999 and 2007, the Afghanistan government came up from nowhere and also raised up an Islamic sympathy under a law they call the Sharia law. The idea is to actually Fulanize the nation, but you can't do that without having a concept or a background of religious coloration that will take everyone, both the Hausas and the Fulanis, along. Knowing fully well that the South are going to vehemently stood against such a law in the secular nation called Nigeria. Many of these people today, they are criticizing the likes of Peter Obi, but the same group of people praised this archaic law that was brought into a secular state at the time Peter Obi and them were in government together. It flew from Zamfara. It went through all the entire north. It was spreading like a wildfire. They know Muslims were being maltreated because they believe they are actually going against the law of the land. Today we now have the Islamic police who goes around Kaduna State destroying the non-Muslim businesses and is against the Islamic laws. This is actually the bedrock of terrorism in our nation today. Terror first on religion and ethnic bigotry. Don't let anyone deceive you guys. Terror actually foster based on religion and ethnic. Go check everywhere. There must be something that is tying terrorism to either religion or ethnicity. Terrorism doesn't fly on its own. It is impossible, guys. Something must align to put them together. The two things that is actually making terror to foster in Nigeria today is one, terrorism is one ethnicity, and two, religious coloration. is a clear show, guys. What you are experiencing today started some 30 years ago. Every successive government that comes in put a lipstick on it without you not knowing. It's just like when you want to kill, when a wicked woman want to kill her husband, so that they will not, nobody will know that she was responsible for the death of her husband. She quietly poisoned him to death, having little substances in his either food or water, so that nobody can be able to notice it until the quantity had become so much that one day the man will sleep and will not wake up. It was a gradual process. First, they put us in IOC. Then, after that, they introduced the Arabic signature to our Naira notes. Other processes was to increase the numbers of states in the north who are predominantly Islam against the south. They went further in 1998 to create a constitution that is more or less an Islamic constitution. I'm going to explain that, guys. If you check the 1999 constitution and 1999 constitution as amended today, Islam and Muslim appeared over 100 and something times in the constitution. Go read it. The word Islam/Muslim appeared close to 100 and something times in the Nigerian constitution. There is no part and parcel in the constitution where the word Christian appeared for even once. The 1999 constitution also gave rise to what they call the Islamic Bank, that Lamido Sanusi actually championed while he was CBN governor. The 1999 constitution gave the Islam a superiority power over every other religion in Nigeria. This is where this terrorism actually started fostering from. That gave the likes of Zamfara State Governor then, Jarima, the power to start what actually now what is now called the foundation of terrorism in Nigeria, the Sharia law. It was the Sharia law that was passed in the north, which started from Zamfara State, that gave Yusuf Mohammed the power, the infantry, to begin to preach openly against Western education. Because based on the principle of Sharia, they must follow the holy book, letter for letter. Now, Yusuf Mohammed, who was also a creation of the then governor of Borno State, Ali Modu Sharif, which was used in rigging his election in 2007. After promising them all sort May, just the way El Rufai did to the missionary that was brought into Nigeria in 2014, 2015. He abandoned them. And immediately, the government of Nigeria then went after Yusuf Mohammed. He was caught live, and some others, including a commissioner in Ali Abuja Sheriff's cabinet. They took them to the police station. While in the police station, they extrajudicially killed these people. They were murdered. The enemy that the hunter created had begun to hunt the hunter. They murdered them. They destroyed where their school was situated. The few of them that have already been radicalized as a result of the teachings based on the Sharia law that was already existing in the North, ran for their dear lives and ran into the forest called Sambisa. While in the forest, they began to plunder on what next to do. Shakau, the late leader of Boko Haram, who was a radicalist, took advantage of the loopholes that was already, existing within this group of people and began to launch attacks on the Nigerian state. Now, guys, listen up. This group of people who actually started Boko Haram, they are from the Kanuri part of the North. Get these guys. Now, I tell you, I said terrorism fosters on the platform of religion. Crime fosters on the platform of religion and ethnicity. Terrorism. Now, they now said Boko Haram, Western education is forbidden. Now become a war against Islam and the Nigerian state. So what Shakau was not saying is he had to Islamize the entire nation. Then he bought the sympathy. Get it, guys? He bought the sympathy of other religious bigotry within Africa and outside Africa. Like the ISIS, like the Taliban, like the Al-Qaeda, etc., etc. They began to supply him with arms and ammunition. They now see the war as a war to conquer and Islamize the nation called Nigeria. Also, within 2011 and 2015, the statement that was being made by people of the northern extraction who are also predominantly of the Islamic faith did not also help matters. The likes of the vice president, the likes of the vice president candidate of APC, Kasim Shatima, and many others who frown at the day president of Nigeria, President Goodluck Jonathan, for killing or trying to stop the ravaging of these boys who have not actually gotten an international recognition to the level they are now. But sentiment, nepotism, tribalism, favoritism, and religious dimension were put into the entire thing that made the government of Jonathan to be weak in taking decisive decisions at a time when they started. This guy began to foster both the best of ammunitions, and they faced the Nigerian state squarely. The purpose was to actually make the government of Jonathan ungovernable based on statement made by the presidential candidate of PDP, Atiku Abubakar. And the president of Nigeria said baboons and monkeys will be soaked in blood if 2015 election was not won by him. But thank God, as fate may have it, he won the election. But was he able to reverse the atrocity that had been committed in preparation to unleash terror on the people based on the claim of late Marafa? The enemy the hunter created is not hunting the hunter. The other day, his convoy was attacked. A few days ago, the brigade guard of the Aso Villa was attacked. Kaduna, Abuja train victims were flogged, and the president of Nigeria was threatened to be kidnapped by these people. And the Kaduna State governor was threatened to be kidnapped by these people. Where are we in a situation? If Abuja, the seat of power, is not safe, and the worst part of it was this: the military spokesperson came out and said, none of the military men were kidnapped. I was shocked that the terrorists came to the corridor of power to even shoot an ordinary vanguard. Vanguard is already a security threat to the nation. No, talk of. It was an exchange of gun battle between the terrorists and the Nigerian military. Brigade guard, for that matter. Our baboons. when I read such a statement, I would have expected that these people would put their heads in shame, but they never did it. Let me also tell you guys, in 2015, when the president came to power, he said in his inauguration speech, I am for nobody and I am for everybody. People took that speech with so much vigor, believing that the Messiah had come. And everyone believes strongly that he had just spoken the mind of the Nigerian people. He was coming to bridge the gap that was created by successive governments. Let's not forget, guys, when I was growing up, we live among Muslims. I'm going to tell you something, it will shock you. During Christmas, we have a man, his name was called Alaji, he was a Muslim. And George, who were Muslims. They were working there, they were working in Nigeria telecommunication. They were living in my father's house. Every Christmas, they keep fowl, they cook rice. And every of their festival, either Fitri, either Malu, whatever, also keep fowl, they cook rice. To us, it was a celebrity time. So as at this time when I was growing up, religion wasn't our problem. I didn't even know the difference between a Christian and a Muslim then. We all went to the same school. We all eat in the same table. We all go out together. We practically do everything as Nigerian one family. Until the colonization agenda came in and brought Islam as a cover up, just the way Usman Dafodi did many years back. Now, when the president came, he said, I'm for nobody and for everybody. We all praise, they all praise it, not me, anybody can never support it from the beginning. Go watch all my videos. I've never supported it. The first thing he did was to sack all the Satanists and replace them with the northern Muslims in all the military apparatus, the military architecture in Nigeria, from the army to the least, except the Navy. People started wondering, what is happening? This is not the issue. He went to London and he said, how do you expect me to forget the 97 and concentrate on the 5%? We're not having the 75% votes, first time in the history of Nigeria. This is what actually fostered the division based on religion in Nigeria today. Don't let anyone see you guys. Everyone that was in the government became of multi-instruction. That wasn't there during the time of Olusegun Obasanjo. It wasn't there during the time of Mao It wasn't there during the time of Goodluck Jonathan. On its own, it came. The president was a Muslim from the north. The Senate president was a Muslim from the north. Now it was now left with the judiciary, who was a Christian from the south. They looked for every way and means to nail him and threw him away from that position. Prior to 2019 election, in 2018, they got a win. Then they had some soft spots for Atiku Abubakar because they said he went to Dubai to meet with him. Then before we knew what was happening, Onoga was removed, and Tanko, an Islamic lawyer, became the Chief Justice of the Federation. So at that point, the president, which is the head of the executive, a Muslim, the Senate president, a Muslim, and the Chief Justice of the Federation, a Muslim. People are going to tell you this doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with us. Religion is not Islam or Christianity is not of our own. Don't let anyone deceive you guys. If it does not matter, just like Bola Ahmed Tinubu said, if it does not matter, just like Adam said, if it does not matter, just like Kasim Shettima said, and many other Muslim faithfuls, why did they have to borrow big shots to appear in their bishop regala that they could not even practice to wear on the day of the unveiling of the presidential candidate, vice candidate of APC? Why did Shettima have to purposely say there are over 30 bishops in this place if religion does not matter? Listen, guys, I love Muslims. I have a lot of them as friends. I have a lot of them as colleagues. I have a lot of them as brothers. I'm not against religion, but I'm against people using religion to foster disunity and create an unstable nation for us. Right now, they're already saying you can't vote for Peter Obi because he's not a Muslim. And Imam was talking yesterday. Imam was talking yesterday in the north. Said if even only two persons, they will vote for that person and leave the others, that Muslims must continue to rule this nation. The concept have been built, guys, over the years, unknowing to no one. The border was wide open for inflow of these people. In the 21st century, a nation will allow people to bring cattle from Niger, Gabon, the Sahel, and walk into our nation without being checked or monitored. And we will say, yeah, it is the ECOWAS law. Can I walk into as a Southerner? Can I walk into today Nigeria Republic? Sorry, guys. Can I walk into Nigeria Republic as a Southerner and not be asked questions at the border? Can I walk into Gabon, Mali, or any other state without not being asked questions at the border? A friend of mine was kidnapped in Pineauchi Road. When he was released, they only sent him a message. They said, go tell them that the only nation that we have today is Nigeria. The only nation that we have today is Nigeria. We are not letting it go easily. Today, we have terrorism in the Northeast. We have banditry in the Northwest. We have headers attack in the North Central. We have kidnapping perpetrated by the S-men in the Northwest, in the Southwest, and some part of the South. We now have the unknown gunmen in the Southeast. The entire nation today have been engulfed in chaos and anarchy. The enemy created by the hunter have begun to hunt the hunter. See it, Shehu Sami. The truth must be told, guys. We have to wake up. The reality is dawning on us all. How are we going to stop the menace that's about to befall this nation? How are we going to stop the atrocity that has been perpetrated for this very long time? As a Nigerian living home and abroad, the choice is yours come 2023. We might be able to do something. And a friend of mine told me, I'm going to say that before I go. He said, you know the net ethnic constitution is actually the problem of Nigeria. Yes, I know, sir. I believe you. That is the reason why in 2023, we must vote those that will have our interest at heart. Those of you who have the Islamic faith, those of you who have the Christian faith, those of you who are of the traditional faith, should sit down, question every candidate that is coming your way. Let not go with the political bandwagons. Let's check individual characters. What can they be able to offer to us to better the lots of the Nigerian people? Let's vote for character. Let's vote for competency. Let's throw religion, sentiment aside. They've divided us for this long. How to bring this own narrative far back was not affordable to understand these have been their tactics. An Hausa man is suffering just like an Edo man is suffering, if not worse. And a Biblia man is dying just like a Yoruba man is dying. The people that were kidnapped in Abuja, Kaduna, thre are not all of Christian extraction. There are Muslims inside. They are not all of the north. There are Southerners inside. That shows the monster that these guys have created is consuming every one of us, except them. Now we have the time, we have the liberty. Every 4 years, we have the power. Our PVC become our source of strength. Why not let us decisively choose a leader that will believe will do something? Tinubu has messed us up. He actually brought this monster on this nation. He sold this product to us. Atiku Abubakar, based on the book written by Olusegun Obasanjo on my watch, Abubakar's CV is not qualified to rule Nigeria. The only choice we have among the three evils, we have the lesser evil in Peter Obi. I'm going to use the word lesser evil because there is no saint in Nigeria. He has his own flaws. That part is what we all should look at. Let's vote beyond religion. Let's vote beyond ethnicity and regional lines. Let's vote for a Nigeria that we all be proud of. Let's vote for a president that we know is capable, is qualified. Let's throw political sentiment, political affiliation aside. Let's take a decision that will better the lot of the generations after us. This people have failed us. It's our time to prepare a better ground for the next generation. Let's not vote on what we are going to get immediately. Let's vote on what we think it is workable. From the Senate House of Assembly to the House of Rep, to the Senate, to the governorship, to the presidency. Vote the right people. Let's vote out bad government. Let's vote out banditry. Let's vote out corruption. Let's vote out nepotism. Let's vote out tribalism. Let's vote out religious bigotry. Let's vote out poverty. Nigeria are intelligent people. We have what it takes to make a good nation. We are excelling everywhere overseas except home. Our soldiers are one of the best in other climes of the world. But right here in Nigeria today, it is becoming something we cannot think of. We can make the difference if only we take the right decision come 2023. Ask them questions. Ask them deep, in-depth questions that will actually shock them to their foundation. That will make them to know that yes, the youth have risen. The youth from the north, from the south, from the east, from the west. Let's speak in one voice. Let's shun their division tactics to be using, which is religion. Let's close our eyes this period to every form of religious bigotry. Let's close our eyes to every form of religious fanaticism. Let's begin to think for our future. These guys have prepared a very well-structured future for their families. They school them abroad. They bought them mansions abroad. They live an extravagant life at the expense of you. Also have been on strike, but their children are graduating from the best universities all over the world. Let's say enough is enough. Let's give someone else a trial that we believe can be able to take us away from the woods. And I'm here to present to you the best of the two candidates. His name is Peter Obi. I'm not an Islamer. I supported Atiku in 2019 because among Buhari and Atiku was the best. I supported Jonathan in 2015. Between Jonathan and Buhari, Jonathan was the best. I supported Umaru Musa Yar'Adua in 2007, because between both of them, Umaru Musa Yar'Adua was the best. I supported Olufalaye in 1999, not Ambassador, because I believed between both, Olufalaye was the best. I've always stood by my conscience, not by what I gain. I want to encourage you guys, open your heart. Let's make the difference. Let's make Nigeria workable. There's no place like, there's no other place you can come back home, no matter how long you stayed in Europe. No matter how long you stay wherever you are. No matter what you've earned, you are still a foreigner. Nigeria remains the only home that we have on earth. Your identity can never be claimed. Many of the Americans who were taken away, who their ancestors were taken away during the slavery, are finding ways to return back to their ancestral traditions. They will talk of us who knew where we came from. We are running away trying to disassociate ourselves from the government because we feel the government is bad. No, we are the ones electing the bad government. Every government in power is the choice of the people. Let's make the right choice. Let's vote rightly. Let's end the threat to our unity as a nation. Let's end the disunity that we created as a result of the fanatical elements within the corridor of power. Let's bring back the bond of love that we once had while we were growing up in the early 80s and late 70s. Let's do that unity that we all were saying, wow, this is the Nigeria of our dreams. Once upon a time, we were proud to be Nigerians. Thank God for Toby and Essie, who have brought that Nigerian ship back again after they've done what they do. I love my country. I'm a proud Nigerian. I believe that Nigeria can make it again. We are not giants, a sleepy giant. We are actually a waking giant. We are the heartbeat of Africa. The day Nigerians succeed, the entire Africa have been liberated from the shackles with the colonial masters. What they do to this, they allow religion to continually keep us in hostage. They give us the worst of the leaders to rule us so that they can continually put us in perpetual bondage and poverty. Let's rise as a people. Let's say enough is enough. Let's bring about PVC revolution. Let's bring about a political revolution that will change the concept of things in this nation. We have spent so much blood. Who are the tourists? They are brothers. Who are the not gunmen? They are brothers. Who are the kidnappers? They are brothers. You can't dispute that fact. They are Nigerians that you know. Let's speak to their conscience. Let's take them. We have one common enemy. Our common enemy are the politicians that have kept us in this state. Our common enemies are not those guys in Zamfara forest, in Sambisa forest. Our common enemies are not the unknown government in the east. Our common enemies are not the Fulani elders in the south. No, our common enemies are the people that are brainwashing our people to kill ourselves for their selfish interests. Our common enemies are those who are giving these people guns to kill innocent people. Our common enemies are the people who are telling some other people that they are superior than others. It has never been like that since when we were growing up. Something must have happened along the line. The enmity today that is being created is as a result of the greed of some few. Let's rise up. If you are now someone, say Kanuri man, say Fulani, and a Doma, and a Bibio, a Kalabari, and a Job, and a Shekiri, Urobo, Isoko, a Zon. If you are from Akoko Edo, if you are Yoruba man, let all rise in unison. Our division is supposed to be our source of strength, not our weakness. Our diverse culture is supposed to be the source of coloration, to bring beauty to our nation, not to divide us the more. This same group of people who call themselves our leaders do not have religion at the back of their mind. When they want to steal, there is no Islam. When they want to steal, there is no Christian. When they want to steal, there is no Judaism or whatever. Anytime they are planning evil against us, they all sit in the same table and decide the fate of this nation to the interests of them and their family. But the moment they leave that seat of darkness, they come up with religion, they come up with ethnicity, they come with tribalism just to divide us the more, so that they can have more time to take from us. Look at what is happening in Zamfara State today. Gold are being mined at the detriment of the people. Look at what is happening in Niger Delta. Others are being carried away by this group of people to other places. They refine it, they bring it back to us in a very expensive rate. It is high time we take a decision that will make us who we are. I believe that Nigeria will be great again. Let no one deceive you. We can make Nigeria great. Before I go, let me tell my brothers who are from the Niger, from the Sahel, and from other parts who have the Fulani extraction. No need to fight. Africa belongs to all of us. So I wonder where we fight. I wonder where we kill. Can I tell you a story, guys? Today, Nigeria is fearing for the position of the Prime Minister of England in Nigeria, a Yoruba woman. Her name is Kemi. Can I also tell you a story? In Sweden, there was one time a Prime Minister, there was one time a minister in Sweden, the Minister of Youth or Sports, something like that, who is also from the African extraction. You know how many Nigerians are mayors in America? Do you know how many Nigerians are mayors in other parts of the world? When there is peace, unity, and tranquility, nobody cares about your religion, your tribe, even where you came from. Nobody even cares if you're a Cameroonian. Nobody cares if you are from Niger. Nobody cares if you are from Romania or wherever it is. Nobody actually cares. People worried about today religion and tribe because that has been the seed that these evil leaders have been using to divide us. I made those narrations so that you understand where I'm coming from, guys. I'm not against Islam, but this is what they've been using to perpetually keep the North away from believing in the South religion. But if another brother start thinking that enough is enough, let's liberate ourselves from this death trap. You're going to see that very soon we're going to have a Nigeria that you and I will be proud of. Thank you, guys. God bless you all. My name is Humanist TV. I want a better Nigeria for all. And I believe in my lifetime that dream will become a reality. Please share this video on your walls. Share it to WhatsApp. Share it to your friends. Share it to every part of Nigeria. Let's see the evil that they are cooking for us. Let's destroy that evil. Let's bring out something workable. Let's make Nigeria to be Nigeria for our dream. Let us wait for them. They are selling our tomorrow already. We might not have a tomorrow at the time they are gone. Let's take our tomorrow today into our hands by putting the right choice. Let's take a decision that will change the narrative of things in this nation. I believe strongly that Nigeria shall be great again. The world shall hear of us, just like what happened to Toby and Ese. The world shall celebrate us. The world shall stand still for us. Only if only we decide to start making the right choices. If you are a Muslim, don't listen to no more to fanatical teachings of the Imam. If you are a Christian, stop listening to the fanatical teachings of your pastors. Let's now begin to see ourselves as one outside the religion. Before religion, they are humans. And even after religions, human will remain. God bless you all. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you all. Have a nice day. God bless you. And bye for now.